Hi everybody, so I thought that I could do a little bit of a spend the evening / winter routine with me. Can I call it winter yet? It practically is, isn't it? So I haven't even mucked out yet and it's currently around 3 p.m. So the yard, this is so real, the yard is an absolute state, right? So this is what the yard's current state like, and everyone keeps saying, Fee, can you do like a yard tour? I'm going to need to tidy up the yard before doing a yard tour. But I have done one before, but obviously we all want an up-to-date version. This is what the stables look like. Fleur's had a little bit of a party in here. And Nebo obviously is now in from the field. So he looks like he's had a little bit more of a party in here. I just can't get my head around mucking out a shaven's bed. It's just like poo everywhere. There's just droppings absolutely everywhere in his bed. But, you know, girl's got to do what girl's got to do. So, we're going to do the boring job first. Get mucking out. I have got the Primark dupe Uggs on. I'm debating, do I change my shoes or do I just keep them on? Might just keep them on. I got these shoes just to drive in. Yeah, that didn't last very long. You know when that, oh yeah, let's keep the car clean. Never lasts, does it? Get my barrow. And then I'm going to start mucking out. I'm thinking maybe I could do some Q&A questions why I muck out. That would be quite cool, wouldn't it? I could do that just to make it a little bit less boring. So let's switch over to my big tripod. This is what I sort of film my videos to sort of stay still so I don't have to hold them. So, question 1, how many horses do I own? So, I actually got this wrong the other day when someone asked me this on my Instagram story because I actually forgot that I'd sold 2 of my ponies. So, I'm sure that I've now got 5, which that includes Mac. Well, his actual name is Makari, but he is a 4-year-old and I basically rescued him because he had a little muscle injury. I don't know if it was prone to how he grew so big because he's absolutely huge. And they just couldn't really have anywhere for him to go out and sort of self-heal. So I then offered him a home because my family do own a retirement livery. So we've got Mac out in the field at the moment. We are planning on hopefully bringing him in soon, so you'll see more of him. We have then Danny, who is my mum's, I'm sure he's about 16'3", and I'm sure he's about 14 years old, or 30. I could get that wrong, I'm not too sure. He was actually brought over to be a show jumper, but he then turned out to be dressage because he is a very spooky boy. And basically, background story on Danny is I actually bought him. My mum bought him for me for my 18th, but I recently lost my horse, which was my forever horse, and I just wasn't really ready for another one. I think I jumped into it too much. I loved my jumping. He needed a lot more work on the flat before that. He was very spooky. So my mum took him under the wing while I had a little bit of a break. And yeah, she done a lot of dressage with him, and then he actually had a injury, which then caused him to have a year off in the field. So then once he had a year off in the field, Mum then brought him back in for just sort of light hacking. And then all that went well for light hacking for a year. We started doing a bit of dressage with him again, but again, he was a bit spooky. Then my mum was like, you know what, we've got nothing to lose. Why don't you see if he likes the jumping job? And he absolutely loved it, but when it come to shows, he just blew his brain. He was just too petrified of life. And then we found that the more fitter he would get, the more that the old injury would then come through. It's sort of like if you have an injury when you go running, and then the more you go running and the more fit you get, then it sort of becomes a little bit of, oh, that hurts. So we decided to, you know what, let's just pop him in the field, give him a bit of time off, and my mum can bring him in if she likes for a little bit more of hacking or a little dressage training if she ever wanted to. But I just think the pressure of him getting too fit for jumping it's just a no-go. And I could have gone down the line of sort of injecting and blocking all that lot. And I just thought, you know what, I'm just going to leave it. So that is Danny. And then I have Jack, who is my 24-year-old pony jumper. So he is 14, I would say he's about 14-1. And yeah, he was my little show jumping pony. That he was like my last pony before I moved on to horses, and we just obviously never got rid of him because he is a bit older. We didn't want to part with him, and he is a bit quirky. He doesn't really like people, so didn't really want to send him to a home that people are not going to like him. So we've kept him, and also he's now been diagnosed with Cushing's and stuff like that. So we have to take that sort of under our wing. So he is currently out in the field with Danny and Mac. And then we have Nebo, which I'm sure everyone knows who Nebo is. Nebo is my 14-2 Welsh Section D. He's 18 years old. And I actually bought him for £1. So a lovely lady who had Nebo on retirement livery, not for any particular reason, it was just while she was pregnant, and she obviously needed more time with her family and having to deal with a baby. So I was taking full care of him. He was on basically like full livery, and I absolutely gelled with him on the ground, and I just fell in love with him. And he really reminded me of my horse that I lost, so I just really gelled with him, and that was when I was just helping Mum out at the yard, while obviously Jack was basically semi-retired. I then asked for his saddle and bridle, and his old owner, Jess, kindly said, you know what, well, why don't we do a full loan? And I full loaned him. And then I just fell too much in love with him. And she let me purchase him for £1 as a promise that he'd obviously never leave the farm. I'd never sell him on, which I wouldn't anyway. He's literally my world. So I have Nebo now, and we have literally just come off of the Machara All-Star Academy. He's been on TV. I'm super proud of him. We've come so far. And then I've just recently purchased my horse called Fleur. She's standing around, I would say, 15.2, 15.3. She's quite rather long, so it makes her look a lot bigger. But no, she's lovely. She is a warm blood cross thoroughbred. And yeah, she absolutely is so brave. She loves her job and absolutely loves jumping. Like she can be a bit quirky. She can be a bit whizzy, and when I first got her, she was difficult to tack up and get on and stuff like that. But then it's babies at the end of the day. She's only 4. So yeah, it's a work in progress. And no, I absolutely love her to bits. And I thought of, you might think, Fee, why did I get a 4-year-old? But I think by time she becomes more and more into action, by the time she's like a 6-year-old, 7-year-old, then by the time Nebo needs to slow down a little bit, then it gives me a horse to sort of concentrate. So then all the pressure is not on Nebo. So yeah, so they are the horses that I currently have. And I basically include a little question of a bit about them, how I got them. So that is all of them. How do I cope with not having an arena in the winter? So that's a very good question. But to be honest, I think not having an arena in the winter or the summer is basically the same. We do a lot of our training out hacking. I still find fields to do flat work on, and I think it's more better for them, especially like with the babies. Like when I was breaking them in, I would find people go, well, how do you encourage them to then learn to canter and stuff like that? When obviously in the school, they can't naturally just go forward. Like it's just going round and round, and like hacking, like they can follow horses, and it's so great that they can naturally canter up a hill because it's more easier for them. And basically I'm going off the subject, but we box up a lot. We go to arena hires. I make sure that I try and get a training session in once a week. And winter, I would say, is more of a training, ticking over sort of time. I like to sort of learn more and get the horses more training. And then summer, I then obviously the eventing starts, and then you start sort of doing more of the shows. But I will try and get obviously Fleur out and Nebo out to some clear rounds through this winter. Good training for them anyway. I mean, yeah, and I cope with it. To be honest, I'm not that bothered, especially now I've like got into the eventing. You're never really in an arena anyway. Like, we jump on grass, you do flat work on grass, you do dressage lessons on grass. So I'm not that fussed. And we've got such great facilities like round near us. So yeah, we just make do. And I'm honestly not that bothered. We have got a new lunge pen going in currently. Just got to get some surface for it. And then we'll be able to lunge, which will be great throughout the winter, especially if it's a bit dark and you think, you know what, I was going to ride, but it's a bit dark now. We can give them a little lunge. But it is actually going to be big enough that you can actually take the horses in there anyway. If you want to do a little bit like a pole work or something. But no, that's a little bit of like how I cope without an arena through the winter. But then I guess it's a similar through the summer. Who is your favourite horse on the yard and why? I've got to say this quietly because Sophia's next door. She heard me. Do you know what? I never really had favourites, and Sophia won't even care about this. She knows I love a Welsh deer. I'm sorry, but I just absolutely love... And to be honest, there's only one other Welsh deer on the yard, so it's not like I'm being unfair and I'm choosing one out of all of them. I do love the look of Dow. I'm sorry, but that little pony has got 2 bright blue eyes. He's stamp of a Welsh deer. He's absolutely gorgeous. Oh, I'd love to have a little pop on him. I think he's so bold as well, that little pony. And he's like, has a proper good little jump on him. No, I do have a little soft spot, but then that is probably because he's Welsh deer and Nebo's Welsh deer. So, yeah, we may have to do a little bit of a pony swap there in the future. What are your favourite things about your yard? So, favourite things about my yard is probably because we all get on. Like, there is no drama. Everyone gets on with everyone. Everyone includes everyone. And I think that's good as well. Where we haven't got an arena, I think no one sort of stands by the arena watching each other, judging each other. Because I find there's so many yards that there's judgy people and, oh, you should be doing that with your horse. And everyone should sort of be doing that. And we don't have that here. Everyone wants to help. Everyone wants to support each other's. And yeah, it's just good. So we have no drama, and obviously if you're talking about like things about the yard, the hacking is unbelievable. I love my hacking. It's great. I love that it's so near to show venues and stuff like that. I love how much turnout we have. We have a lot of turnout because turnout is important for me with the horses. I think that they have to go out every day. They have to have good turnout. And I also, I'm thinking of more things. We make all our own hay and straw, so we know that it's good quality. There's lots of things that are good about our yard. So, yeah. And we all have lovely people with different age groups that everyone gets on. So, yeah, it's great. One other question that I did have is, obviously I have sold my 2 little ponies that I did have up for sale, which are Honey and Milagro. And one of the questions was sort of about their homes, where they've been to, are they night homes, like what they're going to do with them, and such on that sort of way of question. So we're going to start off with Honey. Honey, I am super glad because she has been sold to someone that actually lives near the farm. So I get to see her every day. To be honest, I probably look after her more now than I did when I had her because I'm always there. So, yeah, they let me hack her whenever I want. I give the little boy lessons on her. He absolutely adores her. They idolise her. So she is loving life. She's completely forgotten about me. She's got a new feeder. And yeah, it's just, she's happy as well. So that's my number one thing. So I absolutely love that. And I just feel so, because she was my main one that I was so conscious about sending her to a whole different home, because I know that she's a little mare. She's a chestnut mare. They can be a bit cheeky. They can just be hard to settle in, and different situations and stuff like that. Like, I know that sometimes when she comes into season, that she's got it affects her a bit more, and she has to be on Agnes Cactus and all this sort of stuff, and they just sort of listen to me and let me sort of say, oh yeah, she needs to be on this, she needs to do that, and they just do it. Like, they're really, really good, and it's nice because I feel like I've almost not really got rid of her fully, so I feel like she's still here, and I can literally ride her whenever I want, and probably still include her in some of the videos. So it is a great, great home. And then Milagro has actually only just gone, and his owners are lovely. He's gone to a home with, basically, they've got one other gelding, and they just wanted something, sort of like, the girl's mum is wanting to ride, and she wanted something small, something safe, that they could just go on a little hack and feel like they're not on something dangerous, they're not on something that's going to take off with them, they're not on something that's like needs to be ridden 24/7 and stuff like that. So he's basically gone to a home to be a pampered pet and to go on a happy hack every now and then, and he would absolutely love that lifestyle. They've sent me lots of updates with lots of photos and videos, and they've also got a little nephew that's been riding him. And honestly, the home looks great, and he's out with a buddy in a massive field, loving life, and then he comes into a big cosy stable. Yeah, but they just been looking after him so well. And also, what I like about is both homes that they've gone is like they're both still so involving with me. Like, they basically message me all the time and say, oh, like, just to let you know this is happening, and oh, should we feed him on this type of food and that type of, so they still are so like wanting to please the horse and not just do stuff for them. So that, yeah, both of them have gone to absolutely amazing homes, and I couldn't wish for better homes for them. One of the questions was, would I like a bigger horse? Well, like I said, I've got Max sitting in the field, and he's standing around probably 17.3, probably now. So I don't think I need a bigger one because I'm not that big. I'm quite small. Another question that I have is, would I get any more projects? So, as you do know, Flirt is only 4, so I feel like I've got sort of a project there anyway. I'm not going to say no. Down the future, I would like to go to the Welsh Sales and pick up a little project pony. Don't tell Mum that, though. But then, obviously, like, we've got Mac that's going to have to come in and be backed and stuff like that. So we have got our hands full at the moment, really. So I don't need to be looking for anything soon. But no, they're always fun, aren't they? Projects. But yeah, once Matt comes in and stuff like that, and you'll see sort of the back inside again. I've completely forgot in the other question that I still own Massimo. He's just out on loan. So I've got 6. Yeah, Massimo's out on loan. Now I've got to mark out the wood chip bed. I hate it. I absolutely despise it. Just so hard, I find. Like, especially Nebo, he just kicks it around. So I end up just chucking so much bedding. I can't think of any more questions because I answered most of my story and I feel like I'm just repeating myself. And guys, I'm going to try and do Vlogmas. I know it's not going to go well because I am the most disorganised person ever. But I'll try and get a few videos out. I'm not going to be able to do every day. This is a bit much, isn't it? And I feel like you have to have like a proper decent vlog. But no, I can try my hardest, I promise. If I meant it, now I know what a fool I've been. So if you kiss me now, I know you know. I've got to get rid of some of this hay. It is literally just everywhere. So I'm thinking, even if I just put some in a hay net, like, they will eat it. Right, so Emily has just arrived.
Hi. Just got back from school.
Yep, so I've just done the hay net. I need to empty my barrow, which I'm hoping Emily might help me with.
If I might, I mean, he's on the way to the field anyway. Our muck heap's actually been really tidy this week because we had an issue because our muck heap was just long. Like there was no upness to it. And we got told off by Simon, Fifi's stepdad, because he always took him ages to chuck the muck up for us in the digger.
Yeah,
but so we've swept it all now.
Now we're doing pretty good.
But look at it. It looks
unbelievable and straight, and we chuck it up, we sweep it.
Where before it would come out to here and the muck heap's over there.
Yeah, this is the muck heap now. So it's all very good and swept and uphill.
Oh, gosh, we crashed.
Oh, there we go. Emily's going to give us a little tutorial of how we keep it this nice.
So, also we've been monitoring it.
We
know who's gone before us. If they haven't chucked it up, Hayley's not going to be happy.
No, because we know we chuck it up.
Yeah. All right. I don't like any of these big barrows.
Oh, I love it.
Oh,
see, you got to do the lift up thing like that. There we go.
Right, this is the literally worst job. So you're mucking out twice. The thing is, yeah, we'll be complaining, but every other yard does this.
Yeah, we just don't really do this stuff that other yards do.
But we're like,
we just
so used to just dumping it and leaving it.
Doing an absolute fabulous job.
Guys, let us know if your yard is really strict and has to do this.
Yeah.
Because I think we're just like privileged.
Our yard doesn't have many rules, does it? Maybe because I'm mostly in charge.
Yeah, and then Hayley comes up and goes, why is it so messy?
I'm like, oh, and most of the stuff's mine.
Yeah.
Messy.
Our side, which is like the liveries like end, is more neat. But Fifi's side is always a tip. Or she'll clean it by just shoving it all in their big metal bins.
Yeah, and there's a mouse in there, so I've trapped it in there and I'm too scared to worry about it.
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
Let's go get our ponies.
Voila.
Looks absolutely amazing. I feel like we're going to run out of light here.
Yeah, look, it's really dark.
It looks quite light back this bit, and then down here it's dark.
Nebo's waiting by the gate.
Oh, honestly, he is being so clingy. Yeah. Don't know why. At least Fleur's near the gate as well.
Fleur's like so oblivious that she just stands there, say hi, whatever.
Yeah, she's actually, do you know what? I think she's more, I think she was chill anyway.
I think the electric's dead.
Oh, okay. She's chilled anyway, but she's more chilled now Nebo's there. Fleur, she just walks away from me.
Yeah, but some days she'll be like right by the gate.
Yeah.
Then some days she'll be like, nah.
Why are you running away from me on the vlog? Guys, she's never done that before.
Nebo set her off.
Do you know why? It's winter, dark nights, whizzy ponies. It's just like, they've just got all a bee in their bonnet at the moment.
It's not good.
No. Flufflers.
I've still got to muck out.
This is Missy, Emily's pony.
Very dirty.
In the field.
Yeah. She's got a thing of gates at the minute, hasn't she?
Yeah, being lively, running through them.
Hopefully you can take Missy and Nebo out.
Yeah.
Over Christmas. And
Vlogmas maybe?
Yeah, Vlogmas. If anyone has any ideas. Look at the state of her stable. My mum's sort of mucked out for me, but I still need to finish mucking out.
Have fun.
So yeah, what have you got to do now?
Literally get Nebo ready. So I'll get Nebo ready and then I'll catch back up what you're doing.
All right.
Right, so I've got Nebo in from the field. I'm just going to take his mud boots off. So we have got, well, he's got the Shire's mud boots on. So I put these on them because he does suffer from mud fever. So it just keeps, and to be honest, it keeps his legs clean as well. But keeps them nice and mud free because the mud really, really irritates his legs. And then I'll take these off and then pick his feet out. I always like to tie their towels up when I'm doing their legs. It just gets it out of the way. I always do it. I'm just going to pick his feet out and then get his little pyjamas on. Right, I always pick their feet out over a bucket. Just so much easier, but also Nebo's got no shoes on at the moment. He's got the farrier next week, so we're going to get a set of shoes on him. So hopefully then we can begin the riding again, which I think he wants to. He's literally been calling in the field and just wanting to be ridden. And especially when he can see Fleur going out to get him ridden, he gets very, very jealous. So he's going to be excited when he gets his shoes on. So just do all of his shoes, well, his feet, not his shoes. So that is all his feet picked out. I'm just going to take this rug off him, and you can see he's a beautiful clip that I clipped him the other day when he come in from the field. He literally got a haircut the next day because I noticed that he was sweating a lot in his rugs and he gets over hot very easily. This is his beautiful clip. It's got very fluffy legs on. I just think they look super, super cute. And then I left half of his face on, as you can see here. Doesn't look as, like, great, but... And I actually opted, I've never really decided to go for one of these before, but I decided to sort of keep like a little saddle pouch on, that little sort of area on for where his saddle goes. Just, yeah. I think it will provide him with more comfort when he does get ridden next week. But how cute does his little legs look? Super cute.
I think that's good though.
Yeah, because sometimes... like, he does feel like, as he gets older, he does need a little bit more protection where his saddle goes.
At least he's got a bit more padding.
Oh my god, but he's just...
his coat's so thick.
Feel how soft his little feathers are. His little legs.
You going to take him off though?
No, I'm going to keep him on. I think he looks cute with his little legs on.
Yeah, true.
Especially, like, do you know what I mean? He's going to be in work, but he's not going to be in loads of work
like
through winter.
Summer.
No, it's only going to be through winter.
Yeah.
No.
And also, at least his legs get a bit... also, if he has mud boots on, the mud's not getting his...
And that, because he does suffer from the mud fever, at least he's got a bit more protection. If he's got
and
his
you have the
feathers
mud boots on, so it stays dry.
Yeah. I did get some new ones. But they're the ones that you got, weren't they?
Yeah.
And I've literally used them for like 3 years now, and they've like been really good.
Yeah. I forced Fifi to clip Missy the other day.
Yeah, she did, and to be honest, we've done it quite quick.
Yeah.
I'm saying we've.
Yeah, I just held the pony. Yeah. Not even that. But it hadn't taken an hour.
Yeah.
45 minutes, but she was like fluffy.
Yeah, I was like
She was just
trying to get it off as quick as possible.
But yeah, we kept her legs on as well.
I kept half his face on.
I think that looks nice on him.
Gone on.
I feel like through the winter, I don't think take his face off.
I know.
He looks really like weird with his face.
Well,
off.
I just couldn't bother to do his ears and stuff.
Yeah,
He doesn't look weird. He just looks smart.
No, but he looks cute with his fluff.
He looks so fluffy.
Because he's like really like...
he's so fluffy, I'm gonna die.
Yeah, you little ginger ninja.
I know. Right, rugging time. So it's going down really, really cold tonight. And obviously, Nebo is clipped. So let's pop this nice thin fleece on him. And I know that we are sort of inside within the stables, but this barn has got like half of no roof, and all of it's like open, like it gets freezing, especially down the farm. It gets super cold, so I really have to rug the horses up. And obviously they are clipped, so if they wasn't clipped, I wouldn't rug them up as much. Obviously it's different for each horse. But no, yeah, he gets a fleece and then just a stable quilt on. Then once he is all finished, and then I will move on to putting Fleur in her pyjamas and obviously doing her legs. Right, and then we have just his stable quilt to go on top. Make sure he's all snug as a bug. Oh boy. have a crib? Good boy. Right, I'm just going to chuck that outside and then go in with a hoof pick bucket into Flird's stable. So, hey, Baba. Right. I'm going to have to... I'll do it. I used to tie her outside, but she actually feels a lot more chilled in the stable when I'm doing her. So, good girl. I need to hang your hay nets, actually. Sorry. Should have done that before bringing you in, shouldn't I? And then you had something to munch. So, this is my baby Fleurs. She is always super, super shiny, this pony, aren't you? I really think it's up down to Omega Equine supplements and a tad of her being a baby. She is just super shiny. So, rug-wise, she just gets this really thin liner that goes underneath her warmer rug because she's got a blanket clip. So, she doesn't need sort of a thick fleece underneath her rug. I do need to get them some new rugs because obviously at the moment I'm having to layer up instead of just putting one thickness rug that's going to be appropriate for the night. But I just thought, you know what? No one's got the money to just spend out on rugs, and if it causes us just to have to put another layer on, it's going to have to cause us to put another layer on. So this is a really, really nice fleece that I actually got at Your Horse Live. It's really nice weight, sort of similar to the one I put on Nebo, but obviously it's not got the softness inside. So I just pop that on top as her main rug. And she is all toasty because she is cross with thoroughbred, and I do just find that they always feel the cold a little bit more than others, and I do really believe in rugging them up, and I'm that type of person that my ponies do have duvets on in the winter sometimes. But no, at the moment they're fine with a little underlayer rug under their normal rugs. Just keeps the warmth in, eh? And she is literally right near the big barn open doors, which obviously don't shut, so she really gets the coldness in here when the wind blows through. Good girl. Go. Right. So, let's go pop this in their stables. I know you love me so much, don't you? There we go. A bit extra. Oh, hay everywhere. Just going to quickly wash their buckets out. They're dirty. Right, I've got some hungry horses, aren't you? So I'm just going to take these down to the wash bay. I know you want it. And put some load of water in them. Missy's waiting for her feed and for her mother to clean up outside of the
Oh, yes.
And she was calling me messy.
No,
earlier.
but I do always clean up.
Yeah, but no, guys, all seriousness, Vlogmas ideas.
Yeah.
I'm going to try and do as many videos as possible. Obviously, you know I'm not very organised, so there won't be loads, but...
Yeah, but you have got a few ideas, haven't you?
Yeah, but it's just if they actually happen.
Yeah.
I need to actually tidy up outside the stables because I sort of, when I was filming them, getting ready,
The rug.
bed, I just bunged everything outside. There you go. Nebo's bed's going to be absolutely covered in hay tomorrow, but oh well.
He always has a really nice bed though, doesn't he? He's on shavings.
Yeah, but it's so hard. I find shaving so much harder
See,
to
I
knock
find
out.
shavings easier.
See, I don't. Hey, Fleurs. I know. You want your din-dins. There we go. She needs a groom. Not groomed her face. Right. I've got to tidy up. hang all his head collar up, and then I need to give the yard a sweep because it's a little bit trashed. His rug. I sort of, this looks like I'm tidying up, and then this behind me is just, yeah, is that. So I just sort of use this as a shelf and pile it up with lots of stuff. Fleur has this yellow box outside her stable that her feed goes in. That's just the hoof pick bucket. Pop this up. Another one of her boots that can just go opposite her stable, along with her rug. Hold that up. So it looks like I'm getting in a bit of a habit of not ending my vlogs. I'm super sorry, but last night I done a little evening routine, put the ponies to bed with me and muck out. So I hope you all enjoyed that video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and follow me on Instagram, which is Fifi's_Welsh_ponies, and I'll see you next time. Bye.